So you've got this old Discmania S Line PD2 in your bag that you've had for who knows how many years. And then one day you're playing and you do that. Well, now, instead of pounding down some old PD2s, you can buy one of these, the Infinite Discs Conqueror. This is the old Discmania PD2 mold with the Destroyer bottom and the Anheuser top. And today we'll be looking to see, are they as overstable or more overstable as the old Innova-made PD2s? B, is there any change in their flight? And C, can you just sub one of these in for one of your old Discmania PD2s? Today we'll find out in the field.
Here we'll be comparing 3 separate discs. We have 2 Infinite Discs Conquerors and a Discmania S Line PD2. Between the 2 Conquerors, the swirly pink one has the higher parting line, but profile-wise they are very similar. The original Discmania PD2 has a slightly lower parting line than the Infinite Discs Conqueror, but dome and height-wise they are almost exactly the same. Starting out with the first set of throws, this Discmania PD2 holds straight for pretty long and then fades pretty hard at the end, while the Conqueror on the same exact line holds a little less and fades a little harder. Now this is the real beefy boy. These pink swirly Conquerors do not want to go straight in the slightest. They will get to the ground as fast as they can. A lot of people love PD2s for power forehands, and they do excel at that. The original PD2, once again, holds straight, but then takes a massive flare skip. I threw this one a little higher. It stalls a little bit and then fades hard. I'm throwing about the same line with this one as well, except this one just spikes even harder because it just doesn't want to fly. Now for some forehand flexes. The original PD2 likes to hold the flex line a little bit. It'll get to flat and then fade pretty hard at the end, in typical PD2 fashion. This Conqueror on the same line, it almost fades out immediately. These things are so overstable. And now the pink one, a little more angle, just says, no thanks, I'm going to fade, and hits the ground almost vertical. This is where this thing really shines. On a flat backhand rip, the original PD2 holds straight for most of its flight and then gets a nice fade at the end. This yellow Conqueror, on the same exact line, same angle, same speed, holds straight, but doesn't quite hold straight as long and gets a little harder of a fade. While the swirly pink Conqueror just doesn't want to hold straight. It goes and it just says, nope. Now, ripped over on Annie, these things go pretty dang far. The original PD2 holds this Anheuser angle almost all the way to the ground. As you can see, it was just starting to fade out at the end. While the yellow Conqueror, on the same line, a little lower, actually starts to fade out about 10 feet above the ground and gets a nice little skip. And this one, same line, same angle, just gets about halfway through and just fades super hard. This thing is going to be great in the wind.